We back with DC strats for Replacer King. This season the boss's stability and all airing units have minus 75 per speed, and Fenrir squad has plus 100% attack and plus 50% HP and skill haste. My recommendation for Super Fusion cores this season is to 120 AJSY, and Eve or Jacko for DPS, and then Ecclesia for survivability. I will be going over the mechanics of this fight, some stats for nerds, and I have an example team for you to use this season. All this will be timestamped, which you can find in the video description, so let me show you what I got. Our King's special condition is that he gains permanent perfect evasion and surefire. As you can see, all these wonderful misses on the boss is until one of my units gets surefire. The pattern enhanced for this boss. The Rifleman and Shieldman gain 100% attack and 200% HP. Why? King is a tower type unit that spawns defenders and adds throughout the fight. The Ranger adds will target the farthest thing in the back, and the Defender ad will use a special to knock back your front line or anything in front of it. So you see here, Raph is tanking, and then Gabriel will take over. King himself won't do attacks, his basic attacks, until something gets in range. They do a hefty amount of damage, and after he loses a third of his HP, he'll do a move that can knock back enemies. King's special, indicated by the blue bar under his portrait, top right corner. It's a full map attack, and it does a ridiculous amount of damage. King's ultimate, indicated by the purple or pink bar underneath his portrait, will do a full map laser beam. Time for some stats for nerds. This boss has 16.9 million HP, 3.1k defense, 5.5k hit, and only 696 evasion. This means your tanks would need 2,968 or more evasion in order to dodge, and your DPS to get surefire would need at least 1,305 or more hit at 100%, and if you shred the evasion by 50%, they would only need 653 or more hit. King Specials is only one hit, so you can sit there and use units like Jushiun or Ella to counter it, protecting your team. Since King Special is only one hit, you can also use shields to protect your team, as you see from AGS Special here. Do a manual start on this, deploy your Lynchian, and then wait a second and deploy Ecclesia. Doing this will let the Rangers focus Ecclesia, and your Lynchian won't take any damage at the start, which could be really helpful in keeping her alive. Guys, don't play around, max your operator. Your operator gives your ship HP, and this boss has 99k attack, and his ultimate does a lot of damage. If you don't, you may end up losing your ship. So we're gonna start this off by not deploying anything right at the beginning. We're gonna waste I think 1D here, just so we can get a decent position to deal with these ads. That's the way we can sit here and drop our Lynchian behind the defender, and those ads only target our Ecclesia. We do need to use our operator to stun those, and then the S1 to hit stun them, just so that Ecclesia takes less damage. And then we get our Jushiun out onto the field so that we can counter the boss's special here. If not, all your people will die, and they need to be behind Jushiun to be protected. After that, we're going to get our Gia out so that we can shield our team, keeping our Ecclesia alive just a little longer. Ulti on Chinatsu to accomplish the same thing, and then right before her special ends, we're going to drop our S2 all the way back there to pull the ads away so they stop hitting our team, and then deploy Jacko. Now, if you don't have Jacko, Eve works just as well and works out in the same timing, so we can sit here and use that. Good thing about not Eve, but Jacko. Good thing about Jacko is that her bombs do hit stun those little ads back there, protecting our Gia, which is why we're also ulting, so that we get some iframes and stop taking damage from them, because if not, AG is going to actually die. So we don't want that. And as soon as that ad dies, we go ahead and deploy our Swan. We wait till after the special to deploy our Surya, or she'll get smacked and die. We do want her to take a little bit of the damage from the ads, so that our supports have time to walk up and our team can get close to those wonderful riflemen, so we can start hit stunning them and knocking them around so that our team in the back stops taking damage. They do trade off sometimes, Shinatsu, Swan, and Gia, but other times not, and one of them will just get focused down, so we definitely want to sit there and deal with them as much as possible. And now we're just waiting. We're saving our ultimates. We're using our S1 as soon as that defender ad spawns. And then right before the boss is about to ulti, we're going to go ahead and drop Ecclesia and Shinatsu to get our operator proc again. Go ahead and ult on Gia and Swan and Shinatsu to get buffed up. And then as soon as that bar turns pink, you drop everybody's ulti, starting with Surya to finish off any defenders or ads that are in the way, and then use Jacko and JSY's ultimates. This will do a nice little chunk of damage. We also want to ult on Ecclesia, but do you see JSY just chunking the boss? I mean, honestly, him not having perfect evasion is really, I don't know. I've gotten tired of his perfect evasion, so we're just not dealing with perfect evasion. We're just going to deal with oversized ads instead. But JSY just kind of cuts through them, so we're good. And now we can see the true power of Awakened Jushiun. 20 million damage. What's this? Gear for this team, we are running Quad as the ship and Asha as the operator. For Ecclesia, we are going with CDR gear, as much CDR as we can. We want a couple of lines of ground res so that we reach our cap. Then for Senjia, we're going to be running CDR tank. Same for Lin Jian, though she doesn't take too much damage, so we can actually afford to not use inhib hands. And then for Chinatsu, we're also running CDR tank. Jushiun, I'm actually running double anti-ground with anti-counter damage, but A-speed melee damage also works. And then for Jacko, I am running full death pin. I know that she has true damage in her special on her bomb, but we need to be able to actually kill the rest of the mobs. We're not just relying on her special. Then Swan, we're just going with full CDR on her. Mage works well here. And then for Surya, we are going full ult amp on her. We do have some anti-counter lines, which are helpful, but since she's actually able to hit the boss, we want to put as much damage as we can. Thanks everyone for watching. I hope this helps you improve your scores this season. I honestly like how much simpler this boss is once you don't give him permanent perfect evasion. Remember to like, comment, and subscribe. If you're feeling extra special, you can join the Mage Institute by clicking the join button. You can catch me on Discord, link is in the description, and if you want to help support this channel, there's a link in the description for that too. As always, I will see you all next time.